Marcel, Man United 1, Leicester 1. We spoke about this game, and in the lead up to it, you said there's 9 points up for grab. Well, there's 2 points dropped straight away out of that 9 that you were saying. If we can get that 9 points, listen, I know sometimes you can see the light and say there's still something to play for. Yeah. Is that it for you now? Nothing to play for?
Well, there's still 2 more games out of the 3. So I don't want to say that there's doubts now. And Chelsea have dropped points. We have to see what happens with Arsenal and on Monday. But today, in terms of the game today, you know, we had an opportunity to stamp a claim on our chances, and we've just let ourselves down. You know, as per normal, the away fans looking like the home team, you know, singing at the end of the game. Every single game this season at home, it's been like that. And they had a away performance. They had to just stay in it in the first half, like teams usually do, and a little bit of quality from Maddison, and they score. The first 20 minutes looked all right, though. I think, you know, Fred and Scott were forcing a lot of turnovers. They were busy in the middle of the pitch. And
you think the first 20 minutes looked all right?
Yeah.
I thought the whole first half was shocking.
Well,
seriously?
Seriously? Well, yeah. To be honest with you, Flex, for what there was a lot of huffing and puffing, and there was no end result. But you know, Bruno has a one-on-one chance that he should bury.
That was literally the only thing concrete all game, and then obviously the goal. But
a short cross into Pogba header. You know, there was a few things being worked there. You know, a decent run from Elanga in the first half as well. But it's just for all that, you know, possession and guile and control that Ralph wants to implement into a game, there was nothing to show for it. Which I agree with you. That's why I would say it wasn't brilliant. At the end of the day, you got to win these games. You got to be clinical. You got to be killer instinct. But Bruno in that false 9 wasn't brilliant. Even Elanga didn't play brilliantly, and Sancho, you know, was dead today and he was flat. So yeah, I think the first half was just tailed off, you know, and then when we get out there into the second half now, it's just, you know, Scott looked a bit leggy. Everyone just looked poor, man. And what it is that we haven't got a structure. Players don't know. A lot of the time we're complaining Pogba dwells on the ball. A lot of players were passing the ball behind players as well. You know, and nobody wants to organise the space as well. We can't play passes into players without looking or without... It's just weird. It's like, I feel like it's a little bit of a coaching thing. Like, if they're coached structurally to know when they're in this particular area of the pitch, where the ball needs to go quicker, it's like the game speeds up.
The game was so today, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, so many moans and groans from... this isn't just Maguire. All of the defenders passing slowly. Midfielders giving the ball away. Struggling to make clear-cut chances. Leicester were very comfortable for large parts. It's just something that's a repetition of what we know. My question is going forward, how much can a new manager change this with this crop of players? Does this crop of players need to be dismantled?
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. The players need to go. It needs to be a clear out, 10 or 7, 8, 9, 10. But you can't do that like you were saying before. That's impossible. So Ten Hag's a man that I believe will come and bring the youth in. You'll add a few youth players today. Wiles and McNeil part of the squad. No recognised striker. I think Ten Hag organises it a bit better, and I think he brings in 1 or 2 extra players, and that structure of passing, that passing structure, that patterns of play, that's what we were missing. Patterns, movement patterns. You know, a lot of the time Maguire's pointing at players like, you should be over there. A lot of the time, you know, Elanga played a couple passes in back.
I do see that players. A lot when sometimes because we're trying to play out from the back, Maguire will get it at his feet, he's pointing here, but it's like the players don't know where to go. But that's the way we're trying to play them. When you try and go long to Rashford up against Fofana and Evans, he's never going to win the header. Exactly. So we're just nullified.
Yes. And I feel like that's a coaching thing. That is drilled into your head time after time after time. Without the ball, with the ball in training, thousands and thousands of hours of understanding how we're going to get out of this defensive line. More than one route of getting out of the defensive line. How to build into the forward line. You know, like you were saying, Fred and Scott lost the ball a lot of times. Just that final bit of quality of playing the ball into areas. It just wasn't there today. And at the end of the day, 1-1, I thought we'd lose the game. I think that Varane moment is soft, if I'm honest.
I haven't even seen it back, but I guess
it's shocking, man. If Varane loses it, then Maguire's tackling nothing. And then Delo gets beat somehow, and then near post from De Gea. And I've been saying De Gea is not good enough anyway. We're not going to win trophies with that man. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a clear out for me. Maguire needs to go. Again, our wing backs don't want to cross. And the quality from the low when he's crossing is poor anyway. But we're relying on our 10, who should be in the box, adding numbers into the box, to come out into the wide areas and then cross the ball. It just he doesn't need to do that job.
I know we had injuries, no strikers, and obviously didn't want to go with Rashford. Yeah. Did Ralph get it wrong for you trying to go over 4-4-2? From the start. Yeah.
He's a manager that wants to play forward football. I can only support that. And Pogba was a dweller on the ball today. He didn't play well today at all. So, you know, at the end of the day, the players let you down. I think the 4-4-2 was a progressive formation against a team that hasn't been playing well. You know, like I said to you, these are 3 winnable games, the next 3 winnable games. And Chelsea have dropped points.
Yeah, but you see, it just doesn't mean anything to us, because this is what I mean. What I was saying to you on the show is like, we're this inconsistent. We can't capitalise on anybody's downfall because we're in our own downfall constantly, battling to try. I don't even think we've put 4 wins together in a row all season.
No, yeah, you're right.
I don't think we have, and that could be even in. I don't even think we have, all comps, and maybe even all comps at once. You know, I can't see it, and it just feels like the season has just absolutely fizzled out, and the end can't come quick enough for the players. On the players, just quickly, do you feel that from them, that they're just like, just get me to the end of the season, just get me out, just get me out?
Yeah, Rashford, definitely. Maguire's had the worst season. He's had 1.5 games decent. You know, the wing backs have been poor. We've had to change them. There's been no consistent in a back four. No continuity in a back four. That's a big alarming bells. You know, we're always complaining about our midfield options. They're not world class. Our wingers, you know, one's very young and we're putting all our hopes in him. He played poorly today, Elanga. And the other one had a chance to win the game for us today. And we paid big money for him, and
Sancho had a particularly poor game today.
He's had a particularly poor game. So, you know, it's not...
Yeah, he had a bad game today.
He had a bad game today, though, is what we're saying. So...
It wasn't his fault, but he did.
He had a bad game today. Yeah. So you know, it's one of those ones where the players haven't produced for us today, and that's been that every single game this season. So, you know, we just need to buck up our ideas. I think Ten Hag is the man to come in there and put a structure, an understanding, a culture of where to play the ball, how to play the ball quickly into areas. That's what we just look so lethargic. So yeah.
It was a pleasure, bro.
Yeah. Nice one.